Bitcoin guy, you know, the Crypto Vigilante. Rafael Laverde is old school, been an old miner. He, you know, really an advocate for the real intention from the beginning. He got really excited about it from the start. And as you see, Bitcoin Core, I always had the, you know, I would say I could see what was happening. You still have people involved. And is it, who does the core? Who funds it? Who does it? You know, and then you have guys like Colin and others that understood what was happening and would make sure you had, you know, a good product. Well, I go, you know, it's just going to turn into GoldmanSachs.gov coin if we don't keep track of it. Well, that may be what's happening, but you get the fork. You get to have alternatives. You get to have a free market of ideas and other cryptos available. But to get us where we are and to have us understand what's happening, Rafael Laverde.
Thank you, Ernie. Check mic 1 2 1 2. Check mic 1 2 1 2. There you go. What up, Anarchapulco? It's so good to be here. I need everybody to get up and take a deep breath with me. We're going to take 3 deep breaths. We're going to take this moment in because I really need your help. I need you. If it's okay with the organizers, pull out your phone and live stream me talking to you right now because I need this to get out right now to the internet, to all of your followers. I need you guys to stop being passive observers of crypto because you were indoctrinated to be a hodler, to be a do-nothing investor, and I'm sick of it. This past year, I've been busting my ass with my boys, okay, the guys I came to Bitcoin with. We came to Bitcoin because of Dr. Ron Paul. In conferences like this is where crypto was born, Bitcoin was born. You may not realize this, but this is the birthplace of crypto. It really is. Jeff probably doesn't even know it. But I'm just letting you know, it's the truth. So Dr. Ron Paul, I call him Papa Paul, I also call him the grandfather of Bitcoin because he created the fertile minds necessary so that when Satoshi dropped, what he gifted us in the world, at that moment, all of us young people were ready to go, and we went, and we're doing it. At the time, I was working working in politics, helping out Dr. Paul, and I was part of an Austrian economics reading group. And wait a second, guys, we haven't taken our breath yet, okay? All right, get back up. Here, let's do it right now. You guys are getting tired. Take deep breaths, 3 deep breaths. Ready? Let's go. Bitcoin belongs to you guys. Crypto belongs to you. And no one can take that away from you. From the moment Satoshi dropped Bitcoin in January 3rd, 2009, from that moment, Hyperbitcoinization was possible. And the lizards knew that. And they got ahead of y'all. And they started planning a way to deceive you from what Bitcoin's truly about. Jeff Berwick, we see each other eye to eye, and that's why we're here. We started the Crypto Vigilante alongside Ed Bugos and Mr. X, the anonymous Mr. X. And Mr. X, I used to be anonymous. I used to love it. Now the nerd inside me cries, but no, I don't cry no more. I'm really happy to be here. And it's been a blessing. It's really been a blessing because Jeff, Ed Bugos, and I have been able to give these guys a voice. And this past year, I've been focusing on getting you guys the tools necessary so that you guys can be active participants. I don't want you guys sitting in the bench anymore. Game, that's done. Somebody was saying something. I was walking around earlier and somebody said, the future of crypto looks great in the next 5, 10 years, blah, 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 great. I'm like, what the fuck? 5, 10 years? AI is already here. Wake the fuck up. We need hyper-Bitcoinization to happen now, okay? And my crew of Bitcoiners got it all figured out, okay? Got it all figured out, and we have the formula. It's probably not the formula. There's many formulas, but I'm going to show you guys a formula to hyper-Bitcoinization. All of the building blocks are done, and we can honestly be in a post-hyper-Bitcoinization world in 2 weeks. We need to reach hyper-Bitcoinization before AI takes over. Wake the fuck up. This is what we do at the Crypto Vigilantes. We tell you what the fuck are we talking about? What the fuck is this crypto? What is this? The what is? We call that fundamental analysis. Technical analysis is the when do I get in? When do I buy, right? And you see that all over, but the dudes, Mr. A&W, aren't they fucking awesome? Yo, you guys know you guys get information from the first guys to chart Bitcoin and Bitcoin's history? You do know that those are the most OG in crypto history. They're the first ones to chart Bitcoin in the Bitcoin Talk forums in 2010. Shout out to Mr. A&W. Fucking love you guys. You guys are amazing. And by the way, none of these alphabet people, A, W, X, Z, Y, P, they don't need to do this. They do this because they love you guys and because they're mission oriented and they want to be part of, they want to make sure that we accomplish the goal, the task at hand. Operational security, we call it OPSEC, is like, now, how the fuck do I actually use this? So that's from our manifesto. If you want to take a picture, feel free. But overall, what we aim for at all times is to orient you guys' attention towards drowning out tyranny and driving the market's attention towards that which prospers, which profits freedom most. We want to make tyranny costly. That's the end of the game. And that's what literally Bitcoin and its incentive structure, economically speaking, has the code, economically speaking, to produce the market drivers necessary for an ever more free world. Who's a pirate around here? What's up? Okay. All right. Enough said. We created a space for you guys to come and learn. Sure. Come, but don't wait for us to be your messiah, okay? We want you to be an active participant in this story of Bitcoin, of crypto. We don't want you to be just someone that just listens and just follows what we say. No. Internalize it, digest it. You can understand these things too. Right now, you're sitting here, you're probably way more ahead than anybody you know in your life, okay? Be an active participant. Because if you are not, the vast majority of people put themselves in a very vulnerable position when they have to ask someone what to do with their money. We don't want that for you. We want you guys to really internalize it. When someone asks me, Raph, what should I buy? What should I do? The first thing I tell them is like, nothing. You need to sit your ass down, open up a laptop, fire it up for a week, and do research. So you get to the point where you actually don't have to ask anybody anything. You know exactly how to work this, how to use this, what to buy, when to buy, and what to do with your life. We literally created a research group so you guys can be part of the most badass fucking network of crypto anarchists that are discovering this, because we're all still discovering what Satoshi gave us. You do understand that, right? That this is multidisciplinary and interdisciplinary. This is not the genius behind this. Honestly, guys, this was divinely inspired. It really was. The more you learn about this, the more you will be blown away. Y'all know what that means? Raise your hands if you know what that means. We have a real cool rap group that comes to Anarchapulco often. Unfortunately, they're not here right now. And they have a real cool song called They're Watching Me, and they're the Free Knots. They're watching you, they're watching me. Why they watching? It's tyranny. The internet, the cell phones, who you know and where you going, right? We need you guys to help us. Because whether you realize it or not, you're being hacked right now in your soul, in your mind. Raise your hand if you know a kid addicted to TikTok. No, for real. Raise your hand if you yourself would say that you are maybe addicted to social media. We got a lot of virtuous people here. I'm happy I'm with you guys. You guys are awesome. So, look. What is it that social media does is that it feeds off of you. They profile you to manipulate you. And they make you dopamine addicts. And they want you to become their zombies so that they can literally mine you for data. Your mind is their mining ground. What if I told you that Satoshi gave us Bitcoin to fight against that in itself? Because real wealth in this world is not even in what we usually know as commodities. The most important commodity is your mind. And Satoshi foresaw this. And that's what I'm going to show you today. Hyperbitcoinization was started by the Emperor of Bitcoin, Daniel Kraitwitz himself. It's the realization that we will enter, just like there's going to be hyperinflation of the dollar, hyper-Bitcoinization is going to be something that once it starts, and it already started actually, you can't stop. Now, just because we can have a dollar collapse and still not have decent hyper-Bitcoinization, and that's scary. I need you guys to know that and understand that, okay? But if you know someone's out to get you, are you going to sit around and wait for them to come get you? Now, fuck that. I'm going to go after and get them first. And that's the mindset you guys need to have. Because if we allow AI to take over before hyper-Bitcoinization, we're all going to be fucked. Every one of us. All right? You think the lockdowns were just something? No, dude, they were. Just wait. And how is it that they're about doing this? They already have the vast majority of the planet turned into zombies addicted to the dopamine of social media. Look at how easily everybody was spooked, right? And they gave up their rights. Until this day, you got now concentration camps in like Australia, as Jeff calls it, and China, right? You think that can't happen to you? It can happen here too. It can happen anywhere. So we have to be active participants, guys. We can't sit on the sidelines anymore. Honestly, to be completely honest, what I'm going to show you guys today, if we all work as a team, we can live in a post-hyper-Bitcoinization world in 2 weeks. Bitcoin. This is where the PSYOP started at the beginning. They had told you, focus on the coin aspect of Bitcoin, disregard the bit aspect of Bitcoin. What the fuck is the bit aspect of Bitcoin? I understand the coin aspect of Bitcoin. The bit aspect of Bitcoin is this computational power, and they told you, you can't do that here. Do it somewhere else, somewhere called Ethereum. You can't do that here. Well, fuck you, I'm doing it. Me and my boys have been doing it. We've been doing smart contracts on Bitcoin. We've been doing a lot of stuff, actually, really cool stuff. Some of you guys are part of it, you don't even know it. You guys are having fun with Ordinals? Who here? Raise your hand if you heard about Ordinals. Yeah? Okay, raise your hand if you minted an Ordinal. Yeah, you're collaborating in hyper-Bitcoinization. Thank you. If only BTC could scale, right? So the coin aspect of Bitcoin, and this is, dude, one of our analysts at the Crypto Vigilante, Mr. Z, Dude, if you guys read his stuff, dude, it's so beautiful. Like the way he writes and expresses himself. So one day, dude, this, for a while there, when we were talking about this, the dude couldn't sleep. He just kept telling me, Raph, dude, I'm just on this, bro. Asking questions, we've been going back and forth. And he sent something very beautiful once it hit him. He's like, oh shit, now I get it. He wrote me, Satoshi, the coin aspect of Bitcoin was just the fuel that Satoshi gave Bitcoin to jumpstart this machine. Because he knew, or they knew, that that fuel will not come from outside of Bitcoin, so it had to create the fuel from itself, from within itself. The incentive structures, the economic incentive structures, but we were led astray. They use our goodwill against us as libertarians. They use our rhetoric against us. They use our reasoning against us. No, I'm going for 45.
All right, Jeff's there.
Okay.
That with him.
All right. So people ask, well, Bitcoin, why isn't it a privacy coin? It was never meant to be. Bitcoin's supposed to be an honesty machine, the book that can never be burned, the honesty ledger. As this world of AI grows with ChatGPT and the like, all they're doing is creating more noise. More noise. They want to drown you in noise. To confuse you and to manipulate you better with deep fakes and whatever not. So I'm going to give you guys the formula for hyperbitcoinization. You guys ready? Number one, how do you build on Bitcoin to take us to 100 over... Okay, ChatGPT reached 100 million users in 1 month. I'm going to show you guys how we can do it in 2 weeks. Actually, it took them two months. We can do it in 1 month or 2 weeks. We can do it if we really want to. We build on-chain, open source, and interoperably. You have to realize that no business in this world will ever outlive Bitcoin. At the end of the day, you work for Bitcoin. Whether you realize it or not, you work for Bitcoin. Or Daro, whatever network you prefer, but you're working for... That's the beautiful thing about the blockchain. The blockchain is the creation of triple entry accounting, where you no longer need the corporate structure that comes from dual entry accounting. That's old news. That's archaic. I can expound more on that by telling you that the investors behind crypto companies themselves do not want the companies that they invest in to hold their crypto in reserve for that company, because they're using that company as a hedge against the coin that they're holding in crypto and Bitcoin, whatever, for if it crashes. So incentives from the corporate structure are not aligned with the design that Satoshi gave us. You got to shed the old. You need new wine for new wineskins. You need to realize that Bitcoin is the company, or Daro is the company you work for. You need to build on-chain, open source, and interoperably. What do you build? These three types of prerequisites have to be there in every application, in one way, shape, or form, okay? Positive dopamine triggers that don't make you into a zombie, but that actually uplift your soul and that focus your attention on things that matter, okay? You also have to have no dependency on externalities for movement. So no more dependency on the FTXs or the Binances of this world. If there's an exchange that is not on-chain, I don't trust it. Nobody knew how to, if FTX had the money in reserve. But why? They're selling you crypto. Why aren't they using the damn technology that they're selling you? Think about it. Because they're just using it as an investment vehicle. They don't care about it. They're just banksters. Follow the people that build on-chain, interoperably and open source. Building on-chain will always be faster, cheaper, more efficient, and more interconnected than any other topological structure. in existence. This is mathematically like precise, as 1 + 1 = 2. The blockchain is the best type of network for us to collaborate. We're 2 hops away from being connected to the entire network. No other type of network in computer science, in mathematics, gives us that. We need to have the on-chain exchange, and that is the open order lock, like Darrow NFTs does this, okay? See, Darrow's really smart. Because everything I'm telling you, Darrow's going for privacy by default. So everything that I'm telling you about, add privacy by default. That's Darrow, okay? And the third thing, prerequisite, is how do we counter AI itself with all of this noise that they're creating? The Emperor of Bitcoin started thinking, and he realized that within Bitcoin, there is the incentive structure found in nature that biologists call the handicap principle. Has anyone know, anybody heard of the handicap principle? The handicap principle is that naturally fit males have the capacity to spend energy that they will never get back to show off and attract females. Example, the peacock. The peacock gives himself a handicap by having a beautiful tail. He's making himself more vulnerable to predators, obviously. But he says, he's literally sending that evolutionary psychological message to the peahens of like, dude, look how fucking successful I am, that I can rock this big old tail and I can just go through the woods like nothing. That's the handicap principle. And in the genius of Satoshi, the handicap principle was built in within the Bitcoin, the architecture itself. In Bitcoin mining, miners spend energy that they will never get back. And they signal to the world, anybody that's smart, be like, damn, what the fuck are those computers doing over there? They're just spending energy? I got to pay attention. That did its job. All you got to do, the handicap principle, all it calls you to do is pay attention to a costly signal of spent energy. And if it catches your attention, remember, what is AI going after? Your eyeballs to screen, right? They want to, okay. So now, what if we use Bitcoin energy to attract eyeballs to screen? Oh. So if all of a sudden, Monero people had a website where they would, like a Reddit, but they were spending Monero miner energy, you pay attention, right? Because if they're spending energy that they'll never get back, and you think the Monero people are very smart, you're going to be like, I should pay attention to these people wasting energy on something that I should pay attention to. Essentially, Kravitz, we discovered a new type of Bitcoin transaction. One, you guys heard of Michael Saylor talk about like, Bitcoin is energy, money wrapped in energy. Well, what if I told you that we can wrap Bitcoin energy or any proof of work coin around anything on the internet? We can have Darrow energy wrapped around any content on the internet. Monero energy wrapped around any content on the internet. Pirate chain energy wrapped around any type of data or content on the internet to signal what's important to you to save you time. So this new type of Bitcoin transaction, I'm going to give you an analogy. The way Ethereum scales is vertically, meaning that every time, if they were a bus station, the more passengers that they get, they have to build a bigger bus. How dumb is that, right? Guys, we have to build a bigger bus, take it to the shop, make a bigger one. That's like how Ethereum changes the global state of everything. I mean, they were designed after the banksters, after all. Pretty dumb. The way Bitcoin was designed was the UTXO model, which is it scales horizontally, parallel, which meaning if we have a bus station as Bitcoiners and we need to scale because we get more customers, what we do is that, what? We just buy more buses. Duh. Okay. Boost proof of work, what it is that we discovered a village of midgets that are multimillionaires and they need transportation. But they don't feel comfortable in the big buses that human beings use, so we put them in little buses where they're very comfortable, and then once we fill up those buses, we put it into the big bus, and that bus registers it and spreads it throughout the network. You guys understand what I'm saying now? That's this new type of Bitcoin transaction. And guess what? Since it's a new type of Bitcoin transaction, you can mine it on your laptop. Is that fucking cool? So think about it this way, okay? Bitcoin is a baby born, okay? And the baby born has a lot of potentiality and things are programmed within it, right? For it to grow and become a man and all that. But you, the small blockers, say, oh, he started walking, cool. He's just for walking. No more, he can't grow no more. All he can do is walk. What the fuck, bro? Let him grow. He's got more faculties. He can talk. He can read. He can reason. He can create. Okay? Us that embrace Bitcoin's computational power are like, let him grow. And so now with this new type of Bitcoin transaction that has been discovered, we're letting Bitcoin talk to us. Can you believe this shit? Bitcoin's talking to us, guys. Fucking amazing. And all again, the story repeats itself. Proof of work versus proof of stake. Artificial intelligence is just noise. Noise machines. Bullshit. Oh, deep fake, how cool. Oh, this guy, this fucking thing here thinks for me. Really, dude, you think that's cool? He's making you dumb. Why don't you use your brain? Pick up a book, read, wrestle with concepts, man. But no, people. So AI is proof of stake. Boost that comes from Bitcoin and Satoshi's design is proof of work, okay? Do you trust Reddit? I don't trust Reddit. How do you know people in the behind the scenes in Reddit are not just faking upvotes so that you can see what they want you to see at the front page of the internet? Of course they're fucking doing that. So we're like, how do we fix this? How about we pay for upvotes? We did that with Twitch. But guess what? I can simple attack that too. I can create 1,000 accounts on Twitch, have one account, and I'm like, that account is the Rockstar account, so I'll just send a bunch of likes, nano transactions of 1 penny, I like, and I'm tricking Twitch and making Twitch, the network, think that one, the Rockstar account is like, oh, really, I should pay attention to. That's fucked. When you spend energy that you will never get back, it's a costly signal, and it is the hardest thing to fake. Sure, you can spend energy all you want, and sure, you can see a guy driving a Lambo, but you have to look for patterns of behavior over time. Can he really spend that energy? So, in other words, just because you see a guy driving a Lambo, he could be the chauffeur, he could be, I don't know, at a rental agency, or he can be the owner. Boost proof of work catches your attention. You pay attention to costly signals. Driving a Lambo is a costly signal. Why would you drive a Lambo when you could drive a Toyota, right? It's a costly signal. It does its job when it catches your attention, the job is done, okay? This is what costly signals do. It's the handicap principle, and costly signals are honest ones. Costly signals, boost is not a locus for truth. You're not gonna find truth. No, it catches your attention because people spent energy for that thing, caught your attention, that's all you need to know. It did its job. It's like the girl, she's really hot walking by. Yeah, dude, she looks great. She caught your attention, it did her job, and now you gotta go get to know the girl, man. I mean, she's probably crazy, you know what I mean? You gotta get to know her, all right? So, these are the apps that we created for you. You can talk to Bitcoin right now at askbitcoin.com. Open up your phone, start talking to Bitcoin. Open-ended questions, open-ended answers, because that's how the mind thinks. So the way you think is that you're asking yourself questions, and then your subconscious mind is giving you answers based on your memories and imagination, whatever. We started saying, well, how do we interact with Bitcoin? Asking questions. Open-ended questions, open-ended answers. Palco.dev, the first question we kept asking is like, what should we do next, Bitcoin? And Bitcoin, different programmers and different contributors like, work on this, work on that, and then energy, we see Bitcoin energy moving to this question, and then we're like, okay, we'd go to that question, we'd fucking figure that out, fix it, okay, cool, now what, Bitcoin? And that became Palco.dev. That question led us to another application called Palco.dev, because now we're using Bitcoin energy to coordinate as Bitcoiners to bring us Hyperbitcoinization. Isn't that fucking amazing? And now we even have bounties on Palco.dev where we're not only getting attention using Boost Proof of Work, but we have bounties in Bitcoin. So and guess what? We even tied it with fucking GitHub. It's just go. It's there. Pal.co, that is like what we see as like the Reddit for Boost. And palstream.com, that takes the entire YouTube catalog, puts the metadata on the Bitcoin original design blockchain, BSV, and you can boost content. And it's really cool. Actually, dude, I really enjoy powstream.com because I sit back and I'm like, yo, this is what Bitcoin wants me to see today. Instead of fucking listening to the Google algorithm, I'm actually paying attention to Bitcoin. Isn't that cool? So, that's Vitalik, right? You can't cheat proof of work. You really can't. You can pretend it, but you can't cheat proof of work. Not long enough, right? So that's Vitalik, surrounded by my friends, Bitcoin OGs, a bunch of miners. All right, so let's recap real quick. How to build on-chain open source interoperatively, what to build, positive dopamine experience plus the exchange experience, open order book on-chain like Darrow NFTs, and again, Boost will clean the internet with like literally 5 cents, you literally, or less, because we're now doing Boost for like nano pennies. We will clean the internet of all that noise that's trying to manipulate you. Fake news, you know fake news? It's gone, all right? If you're a Donald Trump guy, go to Patriots Win, boostpatriots.win. We did that as a mock-up. We took all the Donald Trump shit on the internet and let people play whatever if they think it's important. So let's clean up the internet, guys. Everything that we build, it's on-chain, open source, and interoperably. I work for Bitcoin here. Does that make sense? We all work for Bitcoin. If the building blocks that we build now, if a programmer out here, one of you guys, comes in and builds on top of what we built, that's giving my severance package. Boom. I can just sit back because someone smarter than us came in. All right, do it, man. Our API is open and on-chain at powell.co/API. How to get to market. How to get to market. I'm going to give you guys the example of Club Relay. And watch, Club Relay is so badass that we're going to see a lot of copies of Club Relay all over crypto. The reason ChatGPT gained 100 million new users from the jump is because they were subsidized. They can't just give that for free. They were subsidized. We can do that in Bitcoin's original design, BSV. We can do it in other blockchains if it's cost efficient. In BSV, minting an NFT that's programmable on-chain costs 1/300th of a penny. Meaning that with $300, I can make it for free for you guys, creative people, to create NFTs and not have to pay for minting. We can subsidize it as a community. Isn't that freaking cool? So fuck the exchanges. We're already in a post-hyper-Bitcoinization world. What does that mean? We are talking about a creative market, a market of creators, okay? That's what we're talking about. We don't need to use crypto. You don't even have to have crypto in your pocket. You just step into the blockchain with your gift to the world and let the world pay you in crypto. Fuck the exchanges. We use our power, our creativity to make it happen. You no longer have to go exchange your dirty fiat at some exchange that takes your money, takes your identity, and follows, tracks, and traces you. You don't need that shit anymore, all right? I need you guys to really help me out here, all right? This is for you guys. This is for all of us, all right? So the post has to be the mint. The moment you interact with the blockchain, it has to be the mint. It can't be complicated with like, I got to do this. No. It's ready to go. Boom. You did it. You're done. All right? And bidding has to happen automatically on-chain for digital assets owned on-chain with optional anonymity features, because sometimes maybe somebody holds digital assets and they're like, fuck, man, I'm in a financial pinch. I got to sell something now. Of course, they don't want to like, they might want to be heavily anonymous because maybe they're selling, they're going to have to, cash out real quick and might have to sell low. So optional anonymity features are good. The UX and UI of this future market of creativity, think of and evolve Blockchain Explorer as marketplaces. So the chain of digital signatures is the market for us to exchange whatever we want on it. Where we present bidding is always immediate and optional on-chain. The chain of digital signatures is not just financial. The chain of digital signatures is the market. You guys understand what I'm saying? So Bitcoin is a chain of digital signatures, and we've always thought about it as just being money. Now the chain of digital signatures can represent anything. Anything in existence. Anything you want. It is the marketplace, on-chain. The marketplace for anything we want in existence on chain. That's hyper-Bitcoinization, guys. The creativity market itself is going to give us a creator token. The creator token is going to be the experience where you see a real good, very talented kid that plays basketball, and you're going to be like, that kid, man, he's got real good talent. I'm going to buy his token. Right there, he got summer camp paid for by him and his groupies now. Best in state. His price going up. More money, better coaches, better clubs. Now he's in the NBA. You as his fan, obviously you're gonna be trying to boost like, yo, dude, this kid, you gotta get his token, help him out. He's fucking amazing, right? That's gonna be a voluntary creative market, the creator token. The marketplace for work, you're gonna be able to sell, and we actually can do it now, guys. You can sell your time as tokens. I'm a psychologist and I only wanna see 100 people, I just wanna give up 100 hours a year. And I'm like the best psychologist, so I'm gonna charge $5,000. Let the market bid me out, whatever. It could be anything, a marketplace for work on chain. All organized by Boost Proof of Work. And yes, there's XMR, Monero, Pirate Chain, actually it's one of the top ones, and Daryl, the top ones as well, looking at all of this to add to their networks right now as we speak. They've been digging at this for like 2-3 weeks now. All right? It's on, guys. It's fucking on. Let's do it. Ordinals. You guys know what Ordinals is, what's happening with Ordinals? They're printing, they're clogging up the BTC blockchain with art. A guy I highly respect, an OG Bitcoiner, said, if Ordinals could scale like BSV can, we would reach 100 million users in 2 to 3 weeks. I completely agree with him. That's what I told you guys. Y'all are also welcome to discover Bitcoin's original design like I did. Bitcoin's for you. And I hope you guys help us out. I will be having a workshop tomorrow. I don't know when yet. I'll put it on the Anarchapulco Telegram. And I want to take you guys through the creativity marketplace. All of the artists here are invited to come out. And I'm going to teach you guys, I'm going to show you guys the now. Okay? If we do this right, in 2 weeks, we can be living in a post-hyper-Bitcoinization world. Thank you, guys. Now we are dealing with a possible world war. Some will say we are already in a world war. My condolences and prayers go out to everyone suffering under tyranny. It really sucks. I'm really sorry. But it seems as if people are starting to wake up regarding crypto more and more each day. And so it's in the description right here to read where we give our secret sauce and what we teach our subscribers, because things are just that bad. You know, everyone needs this information. People need to know about sound cryptocurrencies that are actually private by default, and to know how to properly use crypto.